Yeah, coming off a double overtime game, obviously excited with the win. I thought we did some really nice things in that game. I thought it was a very, very high level game. I think Michigan's really, really good. I think they're as talented as any team that we have faced this year. So I like the fact that we handled that aspect of things. We got to stop when we needed to get a stop at the end of the game. I think we got, we found a few things that we felt comfortable with on the offensive side in that game and just went to it. But obviously we get an opponent we haven't seen yet in Purdue. Next up, they have got in my opinion, the National Player of the Year. Zach has been very, very dominant. He's larger than life, so to speak, and I mean that in every sense. But he's not only dominant, he's gotten better every year he's been there. So that's a tribute to Matt and his crew. So they've got great depth. They've been elite on the offensive glass. It's one of the keys to the game is you can't give them second opportunities. Zach gets 6 offensive rebounds a game, and then he bats another 4 or 5 back out. So be a big key to the game. Yeah, excited for the challenge, and it's next up, and it's the last game of a 20-game regular season, and we'll go to their place and fight.
Coach, Edey impacts the game in so many different ways. Are there things that you can do to minimize the damage he does, especially on the glass?
Try to block him out. He's 305 pounds. He's 7'4". He's got tremendous length and wingspan. He's mobile. You've got to hit him. You've got to make him work. Then you've got to be like a hungry pack of wolves. You've got to pursue the ball and understand going in that you're not going to stop him totally. He's going to get his. He's seen about every coverage now that he's a junior. He's seen just about every type of element you can throw at him. So he's big and he's really good.
How's Jaden doing?
He's progressing. So he will not play. He won't make the trip. But progressing.
How has Point Ty Rogers kind of evolved over the course of the season to get to the point where you're at with him now?
Well, we started playing him there a lot real early. We thought that was going to be a position that was very natural for him. As it turned out, it was probably a benefit to him that we did that then. It wasn't at the time, but again, it's matchup based, a lot of it. But he's such an instinctive passer. He's very, very good in ball screens with that because he's got great strength and pace and size at 6'7". So it's a guy that has been very beneficial for us to utilize that based on matchups.
Seems to me he's more aggressive or confident offensively and kind of coming with shots or his points. Like when did you see that maybe start to take that lead?
Yeah, it's progressed naturally. Here second semester. I think that he's found out that he's just got a great teardrop floater. He's got a he can get to the rim. He's got a little jump hook in the paint. He's very, very good at taking up space. And then it's just a matter of him making the right reads. And so he's gotten comfortable. He missed a couple layups the other night that he normally makes, but yeah, he's very effective in there, and he's so explosive as an athlete that he can play above a lot of people.
Is there a tipping point where it's just like you have to get him on the court more?
We're probably there. I mean, we feel very comfortable with him at both ends of the court. He's been arguably our best rebounder all season long, and you throw that with what he's doing on the offensive side, and we're very comfortable with him.
How important is it to get a bounce back game from Dane Danger in this game?
No, Dane was great the other night. Dane was terrific. Dane played as good a first half and got an early foul. We tried to protect him, and then we found great success against Michigan with a small lineup. And Dane was outstanding. I thought he was one of his better games. He was aggressive. He took a right two-punter. We've got to do the same thing. We're going to be fearless. We're not going to back down. We'll go at Zach, and he's held his own, but we sure don't want to be timid if we go at him, and Dane's capable, and that's a big part of what we've tried to have, how we've tried to approach every game that has legitimate size.
Coleman get a breather after wrestling with Hunter for
He had a-
45 or 49 minutes?
I think he had a pretty good night's sleep. I think he was pretty tired, and we didn't go real hard yesterday, but we had to prep, and he's well conditioned, and we'll need him again.
How important is Coleman kind of letting you play those, I guess, quote unquote, smaller lineups, kind of letting you deal with that type of sense?
Barry. Coleman finds things naturally. Coleman finds flares. He finds the right screens. He finds. He knows the right play to make. He's very instinctive. Our guys very, very comfortable with him. And then more importantly, he can space and even though he didn't have to shoot it the other night, we all know he's capable of making 5, 6, 7 threes in a game, and and he's a very good driver. So he's vital.
You had a small ball lineup where the shortest guy was 6'6". I mean, just what kind of advantage is that, where you can maybe go small in name, but they're still size?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we've tried to recruit to. That's been the whole plan all along from day one. Is be big without having a dominant, having a Zach or a Kofi, and those guys are very, very hard to find. And but yet be able to find ways to defensive rebound. Terrence got 7 rebounds. Get Matt with 8 or 9 rebounds. Get Ty Rogers with 5, 6, 7 rebounds, and he has 4 offensive or whatever. And it's just that's the lineup we've been shooting for in the replacement process of Kofi.
This version of RJ, how important is that as you get into the month of March and down the stretch?
Huge. He was terrific, and he was almost perfect on the defensive side. He was great out on the defensive side. Was elite, and it's the speed we played with. Terrence did an unbelievable job of pushing. It was the simple pitch aheads. It was the attacking of the rim. I think we had 74% of our possessions touch the paint, which is a great number for us. And RJ's a big piece of that.
Their freshman guards have had a few freshman moments here down the stretch. Is it about ball pressure with those guys, maybe, and physicality?
No, I mean, I think it's can be a lot of things. Freshmen go through different moments at different times. They've had an outstanding year. Lawyer's just an unbelievable shooter, and I think they've played with great composure. Those 2 kids have been thrown out there very early on, and Zach gives them a nice buffer, but they're both very good players.
How should it kind of help your offense have guys maybe attacking closeouts and getting inside instead of maybe settling from outside as much?
Yeah, it's the one thing I didn't like in the last part of the game the other night is we drove the ball and we missed threes, but we had opportunities to redrive, and we can't settle. That's one of the things that we've stressed all year is we keep talking about our success rate when we're getting the ball in the paint, and getting the ball in the paint is vital to our team, and it shows our aggressiveness. And Terrence, I got fouled 4 or 5 more times than was called, and getting to the line, getting in the bonus, Matt finding opportunities, not just 3, but in post-ups and drives. So you know, it's important that we continue to do that.
Next year, you have a team that has kind of the highs and lows of this team. As a coach going into the postseason, what is your thoughts on this team, kind of maybe compare it to other seasons?
I don't know. You know, I think that there's tremendous excitement because we've been so explosive. I think there's you know, there's times we have to. We've been very, very resilient. I don't think there's any. You know, we've been down 15 and come back. We've been down, you know, 7 with 2 minutes to go and come back. But you know, you can't do that in a big game in March. Otherwise, you go home. You know, and when the opponents become high level, you know, we've got to continue to do us and be us. But you know, for us, it's been an energy. For us, it's been fatigue. For us, it's been some of the schedule stuff has truly bothered us. But we've got to day by day and just keep grinding and battle the next opponent, no matter who it is.
What do you think of the logjam in second place in the Big Ten? Have you seen something like that before? And does it say anything about the conference?
I haven't seen anything like it before. You know, I think it says the league's really good. I get tired of all the national media talking about all the other leagues and this and that, and you know, and it's been. I think it's one of the challenges of a uneven balance. You don't play everybody twice. You know, it's one of the things that can happen when you've got that inequity like that. You know, and where you get the Big 12, you get the true round robin. We don't have that. You know, we can't control the schedule. It's put out there for a reason, and so I think this is some of the things that happen. We've obviously got 2 teams will be a game short with COVID, which isn't ideal either. But I think it speaks volumes to how good our league is, how damn good the coaching is, and how good the players are. And you know, you got fans that sell out every venue. So every game is hard, and it's very difficult to win this league. My hat's off to Matt and his crew for winning the league. But you know, I think they went undefeated. Now they've lost 4 or 5 in league, and you know, it's the best league in the country, bar none.
I mean, would you give up non-conference games to get a true round robin in the Big Ten? Which I think maybe becomes untenable when you got 2 more teams. That's your full schedule.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. That's the perfect scenario. I mean, you get to play every team on your home court, and you get, you know. I mean, that's not reality in the world that we're getting ready to live in. But yeah, that's just fair. That's just the truest form of a champion, I think, is being able to do that. And you know, you're going to have pluses and minuses when you don't do that. And this year we've got a log jam, and everybody's beating up on everybody, and shows the depth of our league.